Hello, my YouTube channel followers. Today, I wanted to display and shows very important uh, research video how to analysis SAGA GIS. Look how to analysis SAGA GIS 9.62 about those parameters, about the parameter elevation, about the slope and the distance, relative slope position, topographic position, position index, and again steepness slope or for soil erosion. So by using SAGA GIS, so here is the parameter, here is the abbreviation, and we got those parameters from digital elevation models of shutter radar topographic missions. So before proceeding into the SAGA GIS, first we wanted to here is the valley zone shapefile, here is the watershed, here is the valley watershed. So we can extract valley watershed from the Oromia watershed or DEM, okay, digital elevation models. So we can open SAGA GIS, and later we can export. We want to export by two methods. One by the file grid, and import raster, or directly by open. Here is the open, and go to my file valley zone. Yeah, here is the valley zone. Open. Good. Here is valley zone. Here is valley zone. You see, here is the valley zone watershed in SAGA GIS. So we wanted to analysis about terrain analysis. Go to the basic terrain analysis. So first, we can select the cell size, and the next is for elevation is a valley zone watershed. So all we wanted to calculate those parameters in one time. When we can go to the ArcGIS, we may calculate each one by one. Here, each one by elevation. After elevation, we proceed to slope, shade, aspect. So it is a time consuming. Now, when back to the SAGA GIS, SAGA GIS is calculate those parameters in one time. So, therefore, let me say, okay. So we want to wait until the extract or analysis those parameters. We got 15 or 15 parameters of SAGA GIS in valley watershed. For example, here is the slope. When you can click the slope, here is the slope. Here is the slope. Again, here is the aspect. So here is the aspect, and here is the plan of curvature. For example, if you wanted to profile curvature, here is the profile curvature. So we want to, here is the profile curvature. Again, if you want to, for example, topographic wetness index. Here is the topographic wetness of index. Again, if you wanted to total catchment area of valley zone. Look here is the total catchment of valley zone. So how to export here? How to export those parameters into our file directory? Go to geoprocessing, file, grid, import. Okay, look here, go to geoprocessing, file, grid, export. Okay, file, grid, export. Why not? Yeah. So look, file, grid, export. Yeah, good. Go to geotiff. So here, okay. Yeah. So for example, if you wanted to export, for example, slope of Ballet watershed, click, then yeah, and okay. So here is slope. I wanted to export in slope, for example, in ArcGIS, ArcGIS, SAGA GIS. That we can create folder SAGA GIS today YouTube today YouTube. Okay, open again, also export, again also export. Let you can, for example, total catchment area. Here is total. Yeah, where is the total catchment area? Okay, for example, topographic wetness index, okay. So topographic wetness of index, okay. Again, the second is what we called file, grid, import. Again, I want to export L or total catchment. Yeah, total catchment. Good. Then okay. For example, let we can close and call. If call, for example, call in GIS. Okay. Go to ETOGIS, SAGA GIS YouTube today, total topographic wetness, or yeah, topographic wetness. Click, open, yes. You see, here is the topographic wetness of Valley zone. Let again we can add the total catchment. Here is the total catchment. Okay, total catchment here. Yeah, here is the total catchment of Valley zone. Again, we wanted to add. Then again, file, grid, then import. Go to TIFF. Then the what I want to, for example, valley dips or L, steepness slope. Yeah, steepness slope. Okay. Yes. Okay. Go to open. The next SAGA GIS YouTube today. Steepness slope. Yes. And close here. Good. So you see, here is a valley zone list. Here is a steepness slope. Even here is a steepness slope. It means to the estimate soil erosion factor. So you can get, for example, here is the overview. layout, we want to add, for example, legend. Here is the legend. Okay, legend. Yeah, here is the legend. So we can edit symbology. Okay, Time New Roman, 18 bold, good. Items, so 18 Time New Roman, bold, good. Okay, so you see here is what we call steepness slope factors of valley watershed. So even, for example, we can text valley watershed area, change symbology, Time New Roman. Here is font, bold, good. Yeah. Or you want to add again. Here is the valley watershed. Here is the valley watershed. So I want to extract here the valley watershed. For example, here you see, go to setup, landscape. Okay, zoom to layer. Okay, good. And again, data frame. Is Oromia Dam. From Oromia, I want to extract Bale. Here is the Bale zone. You see, that we can add. You see, here is the Bale zone. You see here is the Bale zone. Here is the Bale zone, and here is the Bale watershed. Here is the Bale watershed. Here is the Oromia watershed. I extracted Bale watershed from Oromia watershed. So here is what he called one of the input of SAGA GIS. You see, here is the Oromia watershed. Oromia watershed. Here is the Oromia watershed. Yeah, here is the Oromia watershed. Copy. Here is Bale watershed. Bale watershed. In bracket LS factors. LS factor. So you wanted to calculate again for the scale, legend, arrow, based on your interest. You see, here is the arrow based on your interest. For example, I need such like property. Okay. Here is the arrow, and also you wanted to give a scale based. Okay, good. A scale. Then property. So 2, 3. Here is the kilometer. Not above to the above center. Symbology. Okay, good. Time New Roman. Yes. And the numbers. Symbology. Now, Time New Roman. Font. Yes. Again, very good symbology. Okay. 1-8. Good. 3. Then 1-3. Symbology. Good. Yeah. Here is what we called. Here is the scale. What is the left is grid. If you want to grid, property, then grid, new grid, next. Okay, then property, then axis, and okay, 1.5, color is black, good. Label, then okay, 118, time New Roman, yeah, time New Roman, bold, left and right, left and right, line, don't show, interval, 0, 0. No. So that we can add property, labels, so left, right, top, to the right, okay. Yeah, here is what we called grid. So you want to export. If you want to export, go to export map or desktop. Let me say SAGA GIS. Desktop. Where is the SAGA GIS? Yeah, here is the SAGA GIS. Copy, and I want to take in here, for example, look here. Here is what we called one component of SAGA GIS. We want to then one factor, LS or steepness slope factors. So today YouTube is such like. Thank you for your attention.